Hey, what's up? I'm Hypesy. I play games, make games, and everything in between. And this week, I've been going to the Flatiron District in New York City, working in hypehype. Hypehype is a free app that lets you make and play games anywhere on your phone, tablet, or even desktop browser with a community of like-minded creators. Today, we are going to be remixing a game for the Spooky Game Jam Hypehype is having this month. One of the best features of Hypehype is the ability to remix. And remix simply lets you go into a game and copy it, change all the assets, objects, and mess around with things to make it kind of your own game. With the Spooky Jam, we're gonna want to make zombies, vampires, goblins, or some kind of trick-or-treating. Even updating this one is kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we try this and see what we can change about it to make it spooky. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification below as I make and play games with hypehype. Let's hit the logic on. So this is called Spaghetti. Right now I'm just trying to think of what would be cool to remake this game in a different way. And I'm thinking like a graveyard. We can just change all these animals to be something like more spooky. Right now we're in water. We need to add some kind of ground. I think we need to change the angle of everything. And I wonder if we can do that. If I can just go ahead and do area, select everything, hit rotate. Yeah, that kind of works. Oh, now it's kind of a hot mess. I don't know where the ground is. Okay, so here we have boat. Let's see if we can't add that ground to just kind of make more sense. I really don't like this green over here. So we'll go to visuals and let's go make this green like dark green. Something is giving it a hazy watery effect. All these colors have a hazy watery effect, which is pretty cool. That must have taken some time to set up. Let's take a look at one of these colors. Yeah, see the diffuse, which is kind of like a light sheen on top of a color. If a ball was white and you had a blue light shining on it, the white ball would look kind of blue. And then they all have the blue diffuse because we're underwater. That is actually kind of brilliant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change all these blue diffuses to like a brown. And from here we can select this and then we can get the hex code, copy. I'm going to do that to all the diffuse colors. That's really fascinating. We go right here to this, delete, tab, paste, done. Yep. Let's go ahead and do that for all of these colors. Let's paint this. This tile is not going to work. Let's add a ground. Environment, ground type, infinite plane. Go here, hit copy, make the sky color gray, make the fog color also gray. I don't know where the bottom of the world is. Okay, there it is. Now we can see it. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That's like a blue water. Yeah, I like that. Let's go back to the tile map. Let's try this one. We can move it here. I think maybe it's a good time to save it. Let's call this Spooky Graveyard. And we need to add hashtag Spooky Jam, casual, competitive, puzzle. We got a lot of animals and a lot of creatures. Tile mapping is great. It's basically like freehand painting and you can make whatever shapes you want. Right now we're just filling in the blank and I'll have to go ahead and set the camera and add tombstones and things like that later. And this might be a good time to get an idea of the camera because we can't fit everything in here. Go to exit, reset view. This is what is currently set up for the view of the camera. And we're gonna need to do something like this. Almost top down, set view. Here is what we're looking at. The dotted lines indicate the portrait. Some of the creatures still have like a blue tint on that, so we'll look at that later. I'm also very curious on the XY coordinates of this. So it looks like this is at x negative 10. I'm gonna go ahead and hit 0. Okay, so that just moved it down. That's because a little confusing. We go ahead and hit undo. I'm used to the X being left and right because of the angle we're looking at it. Z is left and right, X is back and forward, and Y is still up and down. This is kind of at negative 2. Let's hit play the preview. Okay, yeah, look at that. That looks super uniformed. These rocks are actually really nice because they kind of make a barrier. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. To play again. You know, I think that's good. Let's add some tombstone. We got multiple kinds of tombstone, which is great. Got a lot of variety. We're just gonna be adding them in. But right now we just want as many tombstones, even broken tombstones. Very cool. I should probably go and count how many animals we have so that we can make enough graves. That sounds creepy. Definitely like 50. That's 6 across, 8 down. We'll see if that works. Oh, let's go back. Let's get the next one. I'm just gonna move these over here. Oh, you know what? We also should definitely check the tile map. Make sure we can erase correctly. So we're gonna do something like this. Yeah, no. Good thing we tested this at the beginning, because it would be a bummer to get this far only to realize, no. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, that's not great. We need 8. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that looks like 7. We can do a 7 by 7. That might be okay. Let me see if we're missing anything here. Let me look at the camera, see what kind of axis it's on. Rotate. Alright, so we want you at a straight 90. Oh, you know what? I just realized we can move the camera back. Duh. Is that a Y? Let's see. We can do 37. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be good. Maybe even 42. I like that number. It could be too far. Okay, yeah, no, we should still be good. It looks like we're even given a little bit more space to mess around with. All right, let's get back to it. Gonna add another row. Move all these so they're over. This is cool. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. And yeah, there we go. We can make it look like this piece fell like that. And let's go ahead and duplicate that. And then we can do the same thing for this. Something like that. Okay, now we will need to erase. I think I found a shortcut to paint the graves. We can add trees and other spooky stuff, but this is where they will be buried. Can we move it up a little bit? We can, but I think what's better is go to the environment and actually just move the bottom of the world down. Yeah, like that. Cool. It's a little bit more of a hole. So yeah, no, this is great. Sometimes you'll see a component turn into a dot when things get disappeared. I may have deleted something I wasn't supposed to. I do that a lot more than I should, but I am new to hypehype and I'm okay with making mistakes as it is. Now let's paint. Now I'm gonna try to see if I can flip this. Looking down, looking up. Sometimes you need to look at things upside down. So I'll hopefully help make it easy to go straight. Hit back. Let's move down. 1 finger to just move in 1 coordinate. 2 finger to rotate. You need a minimum of 7 rows, and we have 8 rows, which means we have a little bit of flexibility. And let's take a look at the play screen. Okay, I think I'm going to try to move the camera up a little bit. Let's find the camera up here somewhere. I can't find it, so I'm going to go to the top right. Let's type in camera. Okay, so here we go, and I'm going to see if I can do 39. That still looks good. Let's try 35. 35 still looks good. Let's go ahead and keep it. I do think there needs to be another layer here. I might as well make another. Cool. And we can do this as well. Go slow. It looks good. But I kind of want to test to make sure that the game still works. We're going to tap all the animals. We're going to turn the animals into zombies in a little bit. Okay, cool. Still works. Game is good to go. Let's save everything. Let's get the tombstones taken care of first. I'm going to duplicate all of these. It seems easier to get it all done at once. Let's duplicate. Move it here. We can finesse these later so that it looks a little bit more random. And we have even more. We can tap and hold and tap. Yeah, look at that. Alright, so some of them are off. Of course they are. We can get the ones in and then tap these so it unselects them. Yeah, I got these 2, and then we can duplicate and go like this. Look at that. Let's grab some of these animals and move them over here. We can organize our view perspective a little bit better to help ensure that we don't miss anything. All of these are going to look at sound. Let's go ahead and move all the sound notes up. This is called spaghetti. I used to live in Rome. Let me tell you, if you do not make your spaghetti al dente, then it's American spaghetti, I'm sorry. All Italians know like 40 different kinds of pasta by heart. It's kind of like how the Eskimos have so many different names for snow. The Italians have the same thing for pasta. Food is basically a religion, and everyone practices it, and it's delicious. Okay, great. So let's just go ahead and start moving them. There's a guy somewhere here. Oh, look at that little pony. Come on, pony. To Y of -4, and later we'll turn you into a monster. I hope we have enough graves for all these animals. All these animals are just very well done. I am very impressed. These shortcut buttons are super nice. I'll just hit 0 and then tap the -4 button. It makes it easier than typing it manually, which only adds a couple more seconds. Any little bit of time helps. Lone zebra, where you running? Sorry, you're not getting away. Nobody's getting away. Game jam is due tomorrow. Okay, it's looking good. I'm curious about the camera. I want to make sure, yeah, let's go ahead and move this to 30. And I kind of also wanted to affect the fog a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay, I'm not sure what this one is, so I'm just going to move it over here. Move these to the left. I kind of don't like these top halves of the tombstone anymore, so I'm just going to delete them. Oop, tap and hold. Little piggy goes here. Doggy goes here. Oh, let's just have one animal per grave. This goose is definitely a little upside down. Make sure the Y is set to -4. Help keep everything consistent. Let's just get everybody in their place first. And move these guys up, and when I'm going underground, I can see that these guys are way too far down. So let's go select this, make them -4. Do the same for this dude. Cool, now let's go ahead and put these guys in a grave. That's just a weird thing to say. Next, let me just grab one of these guys and let's turn you into a zombie. Oh wait, let's save it. Oh no, oh my god. I don't know the last time I saved it and we have a crash, so this is bad. hypehype is really good at saving when it crashes, and it gets stuck like this at least a couple times a day. You can see nothing is happening. I will have to close the app. Let's just hope this latest version of hypehype is working well. Yes. Let's test it. Tap all the animals. What we want is for a game over to happen when all the animals are gone. There was one animal right over here. I'm gonna move this bomb out of the way. Actually, let me move all the bombs out of the way. I'm not sure, maybe make these pumpkin, make them bats. I like the pumpkin idea. Okay, let's change this adorable puppy into a zombie. Sometimes there is issues with the loading. Again, hypehype is a new app, so there are small bugs, and this is one of them. This is where it's just having issues. And luckily I do know that there are zombies, so I'm just gonna go ahead and type in zombie in the search. I think it's like brain eater or something. Brains, yeah, so let's just go ahead and make him brains. Rigged animation, right now he's at run, so we got all these cool, these are all basically animal movements. I'm gonna want some zombie movements. Let's go to pre-made, type in zombie. Yeah, I think this one's good. These are basically zombie movements. We can actually delete these because the movements are saved here and will be at the bottom of the list. Zombie idle, that might work. There's a couple of different other ones. I want to get them all. Maybe zombie crawl too. Let's see what that looks like. Here we can see this guy's crawling, but we can delete that because the animation has now been added to the list. Now I kind of like the zombie idle a lot. Let's just do that for now. You can change these guys all into other animals. Select basics, select the animal, and it's not loading, so that's kind of a bummer. Oh, Shiba. I wish I would have bought some Shiba. Sometimes you can go to the latest. It's basically the long way of going because there is a bug or it's just not loading. I'm not sure why it does that sometimes. This goes through all the list of cool assets. If you like making assets, you can submit your own assets into hypehype. They have documentation, the process to do it using Blender. As you can see, lots and lots of cool. Here's what I want. I want the mummy. Oh, look, it's kind of loading now. Load. What was there? A mummy? A wolf? I think I saw a wolf. I want to say werewolf, but I'm not sure. Here we go. Dang. This guy's got 2 animations, which seems kind of complicated, so let's just go to idle. All the animals look to be different scale sizes, so that's just something to keep in mind. Finally, everything's loading. It just took a long time. Oh, let's get this guy in here for sure. So yeah, definitely a skeleton. So this is a good basic character, but as he doesn't look evil, we can change his skin color, and since all these objects are their own entity, it's a lot easier to do. Yeah, something like that. Where is this add-on? Oh no, we have a bug first. Okay, not sure the last time we saved it, so let's go ahead and close it, wait a couple seconds. Looks like we're good to go. And I'm just going to change the rest of these into zombies. Remixing games in hypehype is a great introduction into making games. I've been making games for the App Store and Play Store over the past 5 years. I can tell you, working within hypehype, making games on an iPad, working on my phone is next level. hypehype has weekly streams on YouTube and Twitch, and they host game jams almost every month, even multiple game jams a month. They're really engaging with their community, and it's fun to be a part of it. All the while learning the ecosystem within hypehype, getting better at making games. Everything is done in a no coding logic system. It takes getting used to step by step, and remixing is just a great way. Like here, I'm just creating a bunch of spooky guys, putting them in a grave, making things look aesthetically good, adding tunes, creating a fence and a tree. It puts the fun into making games while slowly learning how to get better at making games or hypes in hypehype. And at the end, I decided to just finish everything off by making the vines red, because red and green are good contrast colors, so the red helps the vine pop. You can get an idea of how the game works a little bit better just from looking at it. Yeah, if you like this kind of content, be sure to like, subscribe, let me know what you think. What kind of games would you like to see? And I'll just leave you with some aesthetics of the Flatiron District. And until next time, stay safe out there and peace.